In the first solo Cash Cup of Season 8, Noahreyli took home first place, and he played the Cash Cup absolutely beautifully. I did a little VOD review of him and a few other pro players in my recent Cash Cup video, and in this Cash Cup, I tried to mimic his playstyle a little bit. He went for high ground literally every single game, and that's probably my weakest area in Cash Cups. So in this tournament, I tried to take high ground just like he did in almost every single game. And the reason I did this was to try to improve that area of my game. If there's ever any aspect of your game that you're really struggling with, you should just try to push yourself out of your comfort zone and practice that playstyle. So that was the plan going into this tournament. However, I need to set the scene just a little bit because this was not your usual Cash Cup. The reason this Cash Cup is different from others is because this is the first Cash Cup of this season where it was champs only, and we have a new arena point system which makes it harder to get to champs. So in this Cash Cup, there was about 1/4 or 1/5 the normal amount of players playing. That makes a big difference because the skill of the players playing in the Cash Cup are better than usual, so W key games are basically erased. If you looked at the leaderboard, you would notice that the points were a lot lower this week than normal. Basically, every single game is going to be pretty stacked, and even though I felt like I didn't play that well today, I placed pretty dang good. Throughout the season, as more players are able to get to champs, it's going to become a little bit more W key in the first games, and the points on the leaderboard will go up a bit. But that was something good to keep in mind. I did not key first game. However, as you saw, I did die. Dude got in my box at the worst time. I was trying to unmute on my stream while getting 50-50'd. It was just the worst timing ever, and I panicked my butt off, but we move on. Last thing I should mention is I was coached by Ken Beans this week. Shout out to my boy. We love having Ken Beans around. So now that I set the scene for this video, this is mostly going to be a highlights, but I'm going to be stopping by here and there, talking about what I learned from these games, what I could have done differently, all that. I'll be back in a bit.
We're in a good layer. We're in a good layer. You're almost in. You gotta go a little to your left. Nice. You're in now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. You still have that launch pad for height, and you chuck splash again. Get up. Get up. You got 600 builds. You could launch pad to front. Yeah, stay up. Almost in. Not yet.
So this is one of the key ways that I saw Noahreyli and Benji Fishy taking high ground in Cash Cups. They would launch to front side and then just build up and pressure the backside. In this situation, I literally just had free height, but I'm so done. I literally slip off the edge, and right as I slip off the edge, before I can build back up, somebody lands on height. I'm so bad for that. But listen, the biggest thing about this video is that I was trying to train my mind to start looking for high ground every single game. So the bright side is we looked for high ground and we had it. We at least claimed it for a second.
Yeah, pulse forward, directly forward. You have 100 builds, 100 builds. You're gonna have to look for a refresh or a harpoon loop. Chug splash again. That loot might, those kids might die. You might be able to grab that loot. You got 5 builds. 2 builds, no builds. Nice refresh, grab them. Yep. Don't worry about loot, get in. You have a lot of mats. You could build. You have 200, 300 builds. There's a rock there you can farm. Just got 100 brick. Let's go. You win this. You win this. You can build a box. Nice. Great play. Flops there, flops. You can stay in zone and pop a flop if you want. You have a lot
No,
of mats.
oh man, I heard it last. That right there was so painful, dude. It's one of those things where like you know it's gonna happen, and right as you go to prevent it from happening, it happens. Biggest pain I ever felt. We just got the loot we needed to win that game, but it's all good, you know. We take the positive from that game. We at least went for high ground at some point. That was the goal of this tournament, so W. On to the next.
And you're better. And you're better.
One of the dopest things about this week's Cash Cup on East and West, I did not die one time off spawn. In these high tier lobbies against pro players, that last guy I killed, one dream hack. He had a shotgun, I did not, and we still won. I didn't die off spawn once. I've never been more proud of myself for anything in my life, to be honest. Anyways, so something about this game is I should have taken the car on that rotate across zone. I would have saved all my mats. I would have got in safely. Instead, we had a scuffed rotate out in the open. It was scary. Little things like that can cost your game a lot.
Need to die. Yep, nice free rotate. You're 109 above. You're good. You got this. Now you top it. You're not in yet, but you're gonna need a refresh soon. You got 300 max. There's a launch pad around. Nice. You gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go.
Wow, we traded, bro. We traded.
Streamlabs just a lie, bro. You have so many mats. You traded a little bit. Chug splash if you want. Plenty of mats. Plenty of mats. Chug splash. Go back to the lobby, good sir.
Chill.
You got this. You have 3 launch pads. Whatever you do, you gotta make sure you win.
3 launch pads? All right, bet I'm out.
I would stay up. There's a lot of people in the air. Rotate with the wood.
I think I'm just gonna launch again.
Yeah, play it safe. Play it safe. I'm dead. Gonna have to go soon. Yeah. You can. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Keep pressure on that height.
Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest here. I don't want to talk about this. I just don't even want to talk about it, but let's talk about it. So the idea here for taking high ground was literally perfect, but the execution was not. After thinking about it a little more, something I could have done to set up a safer high ground take is instead of boxing up and peeking out of a cone from this awkward angle, I should have just been ramping up on this side, giving myself more breathing space just in case something like that would happen. Something I saw Noahreyli do a lot was he would just be ramping up with walls protecting his angles, but he would have so much breathing space so he could instantly crank without any, I don't know, like inconvenience. So just doing it on a ramp like Noahreyli did here would have been the better move. But the reason I don't want to talk about it is just because I choked. Let's be real here. But again, the bright side, we looked for high ground. That was the biggest goal of this tournament. So W. Failed execution, but we learn.
Just watch the launch patterns. You're probably not high enough yet. right, you got 400 mats, so just keep it going. You're good. Yeah, it looks like they can't come up.
Oh, no. I'm going to assume he had no mats. They already got chopped.
In that situation, I don't think I should have taken high ground yet for one, but for real, let's be honest here, we got the Aussie curse. Everyone in my chat was saying it. The very second Aussie pulled up my stream, I got chopped and died. I'm just kidding. I love you, Aussie. Now, at this point, you're probably wondering, Jivan, how the heck did you even place decent in this tourney? Well, here's the game that turned it all around.
A lot of kids are going to hit that launch for sure. It seems like there's only 2 kids to your left-ish. No, I think that's long gone. Yep. You can do the same thing again. You can hit a launch pad and then just go front. And then crank up. Do the Benji strat. Just make sure your top is good. Yep. You're good. Get close. What's height looking like? Yo, you can shoot that out, no? Now his own pulls launch pad. You can get behind that tree. You're good. Yeah, you got height. Nice. Watch launch padders. You're connected this time. You can connect going further as well. If you hear a launch pad, just look up real quick. Get these kids out of the air. Yeah. I like that. You can chop them out, but just go ahead and heal up. You have a big pot you need to get off to. You could do a medkit play soon. You only got 4 builds. You keep close. Oh, you're not getting it off. Right here. Try now. Yep. Kid's building for you. Mats. You got mats. You can build like crazy. You're 1 tick the zone. 1 tick. You can build like crazy. You have so many mats. Hard mats. You might not get it.
Oh, perfect make it. Let's go,
Create a good layer.
Jivan.
You have so many mats, Jivan. You're like 500. Let's go. We win this. Nice. Right. Yeah.
So I look like an absolute bot when I actually get high ground. I gotta get better at choosing the right people to focus. In this situation, there was nobody that was really going to contest my high ground, so I should have dropped down, gotten closer to the action, and applied more pressure. I kept also trying to take a tick of storm so I could do a medkit heal off, but I should have just been focusing on pressuring and getting these kills. But we got high ground, baby. Let's go. Literally every game we've gone for it. So proud of myself.
Might want to drop just a little bit. You got 230 builds. You're good. This kid's gonna have to overbuild like crazy. You might be able to get a side on him. Drop on him. You got this. You have 100 builds. He has no mats, it seems. 4 builds.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We're back.
Let's go.
Popped us up to 155. So I started this game with around 25 minutes left, so I did not have time to play this one out and another, and we were trying to make the money today. So basically I had no choice but to jump into somebody's box, that way I could queue up into my next game. Sadly here, my pump didn't shoot and we died. So far, every late game we've made it to, we've gone for high ground, so this has been a major W tournament for me. Last game is an absolute stacker.
Man, you still got a launch pad though. There's still 40 kids up. 7 kills is still very doable.
I might die to Surge this game, bro. It didn't look like there was going to be any.
The good news is you're in a good position to hit a launch. Is there a kid on this layer? The storm's gonna be activated, yeah, but you did get a couple tags. But... Oh, get up. Get up. I think you can. You have height right now. You might still have height. You're gonna have to rotate soon.
Oh.
See if you can get tags. You're only 10. Well, you're only 10 below. Nice. Fight again, maybe? You're 400 build. You're almost in, so don't worry about that. You're 10 below. 2 kids need to die.
So we got high ground here for free, but I had no mats. So the goal was to jump on somebody who was on one of these upper layers, get that refresh, and hold it for the rest of the game. If I can successfully do that, we make money.
You got 100 mats. You have chug splash that you need to pop too. Another chug. Got a kill, nice. Chug splash. You have a lot of mats now. The shotgun's in the wrong spot. 500 wood. Got it. Full pulls. Full pulls.
All in all, this tournament was a W. We placed 222nd place on my last solo Cash Cup as a 22-year-old, so what epic. And we completed the goal of going for high ground just like Noahreyli, so W. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button, sub if you're new. Use code JivanTV, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.